I would say yes and no to whether I was scratching my head. No, because the result is what I expected, which doesn't make sense because I think Tennessee earned a 2 seed. I think Tennessee should have been seeded higher. I just didn't expect that to happen. I didn't expect that the SEC tournament was going to play a big role, or really maybe any role, in what would happen with Tennessee seeding or just the top 2 or 3 seed lines with where they were projected. I'm not saying that's right. I actually think that's wrong. I think it should have played a role. I just didn't really expect it to. So I look at the position that Tennessee's in, and I say, okay, they got a 3 seed instead of a 2. Let's compare them to Duke, because that makes a lot of sense. I think Tennessee's resume is obviously better than Duke's resume. I'm guessing they look at Duke and say, okay, a couple of non-conference wins against 2 of the best teams in the country away from home. That helps. Tennessee had questions away from home until this weekend, which they didn't factor in, oddly enough. So that's where Tennessee is. But the draw that Tennessee gets in the South region, I in some ways prefer to what Duke is taking on as the 2 seed in its region. So I think things actually came out okay for Tennessee. Could they lose Saturday to Colorado State or Michigan? Sure. And you'd prefer to be a 2 or 3 in most cases when you look at that second-round matchup. But if Tennessee loses Saturday to Colorado State or Michigan, I'm going to have a difficult time blaming the committee for it. So I disagree with their selection, but I don't dislike the selection they made for Tennessee with the draw the Vols have to try to get out of the first weekend and to try to get to the Final Four for the first time in school history.